James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Postgame Show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd. And I'm joined today by my guy, Hot Take Harrison. Harrison, how are you doing today?
I was better about 10 minutes ago.
I would imagine so. You were in the midst of watching a very good basketball game that ended fucking horrifically. For his first stream ever, we would like to welcome the host of the Random Scrub Heat podcast, the guy LJ himself. LJ, welcome, and how are you?
Deflated. That's all I got. It was like you said, it was a good first half, but that second half was just a kick in the balls.
That fourth quarter was something to behold, goddamn. And of course, rounding out the panel, we got two members of the Cain gang. We got the California Cain, Brian Young, and the Cain of the calculator, aka management himself, my boy TJ. Brian, how you doing today, my boy?
I'm doing great. Another step closer to Wemby on this Monday afternoon is fantastic. Good night. Good night, fellas.
I'm on your West Coast time right now, so you know what I mean. It's still early for me too, Brian. Cain, TJ, how you feeling?
Y'all know I'm doing great. This is how we get Wemby. They had to make it exciting this time, so thank you, Miami Heat, for losing another game. I appreciate y'all.
You guys kind of alluded to it when you're doing your intros. Miami played one of the better games of the season. Like, they started out really well. Ball was moving. Everybody hitting shots and shit like that. That second half, offense went to hell in a handbasket. We got nothing from nobody in that second half. And that fourth quarter, Justice Winslow, with a floater, playing the 5, defending Idris. What are we doing? Brian, we're going to start with you tonight. Give me your thoughts on this game.
Yeah, actually, I fully came on here prepared to be like, you know what? The Heat look really, really good tonight. And for the record, like, I'm not really into that moral victory shit. That's not real to me. But if there was a moral victory to be had, it's that they looked fantastic. I could dance around it and be like, I wonder why the Heat, the offense was flowing, looked great, as good as it's been since the Warriors game.
I was going to get that anyway.
There's a certain man that did not play tonight. Number 14, bro. Listen, this guy, Tyler Herro, as good as he has been, when he's not on the court, this looks like an actual NBA offense. When we're not treating, this dude like he is the second coming of Michael Jordan, like, guys get touches, they get shots, they make shots, and they were doing that up until that second half. And of course, the other issue is a team, full of undrafted dudes, and they're going to run out of juice eventually. But this team looked pretty good today, save for Josh Hart and Jeremy Grant. Fantastic for he should have traded for him in the offseason, but that's neither here nor there. Prior to them hitting shots, like, this team looked really, really good. On any other night, this is the W, so I'm not mad. Like I said, Wemby on the way. I can't even be upset.
Not for sure. We want to thank Lucky_Luciano23 for the $2 dono. He said, just not enough talent. Nothing comes easy. Not for sure. Somebody said I was laughing to hide the pain. I'm getting Wemby. Thank you, JKL the Smooth, for $2 dono. Wemby. I'm with you, big dog. I'm with you. Alex Campbell with the $1.99 dono. He said, at least there was ball movement, right? You know, if you're looking at the bright side of things, Alex, you know, Belinsky Pierre, thank you for the $1.99 dono. He said, we're not bad or good. We're mid as fuck, below average. Below average is bad. It's a D. We're a D. LJ, give me your thoughts on tonight's game.
Yeah, Wemby is on the way because you don't know what you're going to get with this team. It's such a Jekyll and Hyde type deal, night in and night out. You have them go into Portland and whoop their ass, win by 21, and then you come back here in Miami where they've just been bad this year. There's no way around that. They've been bad at home this year. I saw a stat. I looked it up myself because I was watching the game and I was like, if they can just get one more stop, they'll be fine. Like, they'll be able to play out the clock. Their offense was terrible in the second half. It was stagnant. Everything that I wanted to say, that I wanted to come on here and open up with, all the positives of how their offense was crisp. It was moving. The ball was moving. They were hitting shots. There were shooters everywhere. Second half, no. It wasn't there. It was polar opposite. They said their last miss, I looked through ESPN's little play-by-play chart. Their last miss was at 6 minutes and 34 seconds when Simons missed a three. They went 6 minutes and 34 seconds without forcing a miss. Yes, Portland's a good jump shooting team, but you got to play defense, man. 6 minutes, 34 seconds without a miss. That's all.
6 minutes and 34 seconds is an eternity in a basketball game. And if you're hitting shots for that long consecutively, you are absolutely cooking and you're not going to get beat. LJ, I got a quick question for you. What in the fuck are you looking at?
My camera's over here. I could move it like here, if that makes it better. But my camera's like sat right there. So I could look into the camera, but I like to look over here. You want me to look into the camera? No,
I'd rather you do whatever makes you comfortable, but I just needed to know. I had to ask. Thank you, Mark M. Somebody said, where's Threat? He got the night off. Threat got to get a night off too, guys. Thank you, Mark M, for the $2 dono. He said, let's go one step closer to Wemby. Listen, this is why I love this comment section. Y'all get us. Y'all feel us. You know what I mean? Even when we lose, we win. Y'all ain't even know that was coming. Harrison, give me your thoughts on tonight's game.
You guys kind of talk about, not knowing what you're getting night to night from the Heat. I think, you're going to get some crappy fourth quarter offense. It happens all the time. It's super consistent. Like, they just, whatever they do on the first half, they just forget about it or they don't do it anymore. It's crazy. And this has been going on for seasons now. This is not like, we're 10, 11 games into this season this has been a staple of the Heat. The crunch time offense is not good. They get tight, and it's crazy when you have veterans on this team that happens. Like, you would hope that they could figure this out, and it's just been years and years of watching them struggle down the stretch. And, I don't expect any different either. I mean, obviously they, one shot goes differently and they pull out the game, but it just seems like they're always in these close games, and a lot of times they just can't pull it off. I mean, I don't want to get mad at one guy, but I just thought that the Bam hook was really bad. I mean, it was very obvious, and he's been in the league too long to be doing that. They're going to call you for that. I mean, Tatum doesn't get called for push-offs, but Bam's going to get called for the hook, and he just needs to cut that crap out because that shouldn't have happened. And even if you look at the last defensive possession, I mean, I don't know why we're letting guys shoot wide open from the corner. It looked like a pretty good look, and he ended up –
Lowry was damn near at the fucking, hash. Why was he way up there?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened or if, they didn't discuss, in the timeout what happens if someone makes a three, and obviously props to Max for hitting a real tough shot to tie the game. But it's just a disappointing loss. I mean, I know Brian spun it because, we can tank and that's great. But in terms of if people want this team to win, it's just not going to happen that often. People got really mad at me online. This team is what it is. I mean, they'll win some games because they'll hit some threes, but otherwise they're just going to struggle. They're not constructed well. They're not built well. And this team has made a lot of mistakes. People get so mad at me when I tweet online. It's just the facts. It doesn't mean they're not a good front office, but more often than not recently, they've made some errors, and we have to just admit it and try to fix it, or we can pretend everything's great and we can keep losing. Those are our choices.
Oh, they've made their bed, and they're going to lay in it for a little while. Want to thank Jaylen Brown, come to the Heat for the 199. Don't know. He said Heat need Myers Leonard back. Listen, folks, haven't we all had enough anti-Semitism on the internet for a little while? Like, let's just let people be in obscurity who do that kind of stuff. Thank you, Luke Apollon, for the 199. Don't know. He said Grant would have been a great at the 4. Damn, I read that terribly, but the point that you made is solid, my brother. We with you. We with you. Thank you, James Todd, for the 499. Don't know, divorce your wife. He said, we can't hold on to leads for shit. He said, also, our home court advantage is non-existent. This bill needs to be deleted ASAP. No, we cannot hold on to fourth quarter leads because our scoring is atrocious at times. But you know what I mean? This is your build. This is the bill. Like, we have limited flexibility with this bill. So you guys get used to a lot of this roster. Thank you, Brian, for the 1999. Don't know. He said, of the undrafted motherfuckers on this team, Strus been my favorite. And he clearly replaced Duncan Robinson a while ago for best shooter. Really looking forward to the draft and offseason. This shit is pathetic. On God. Listen, I don't know why you're looking forward to it, because the most movement you're going to see is probably around the trade deadline. Thank you, HM, for the $5 dono. I hope you're having a good night. He said, I think we sit Jimmy too long in the fourth and watch leads dwindle instead of playing him earlier, trying to extend the lead and letting him sit later. You're going to kill Jimmy Butler if you try and play him any earlier. Like, he cannot play. He played 33 minutes tonight. And I guess
let's both cook, bro. Let's both cook. Don't mess with that.
Spo playing chess. You out here playing checkers. Thank you, Pride by Pat TV, Cain Game, Basement Boy, for the 499. Don't know. He said Jimmy has to get back in the game sooner. Why you on this? The 6-minute shit losing us games, bro. It's okay. As bad as I want Wemby, my feelings still hurt. I feel you, bro. Listen, we out here make the jokes about getting Wemby and shit. I do not like to watch this team lose. I really don't. It really makes me angry sometimes. So I get on here
for yourself, brother.
I get on here to make jokes, just kind of ease my own pain, I guess. Thank you, somebody with the $2 dono. He said, Pacers, Knicks, and Spurs have better records, yo. They better teams. They're just better. You know what I mean? And the closer we get to Wemby, the further away they get from Wemby. Yo, we winning all the way around. Cain, TJ, it's been far too long since the people have heard you speak your piece on this game. Go ahead and tell me your thoughts on tonight's game.
Folks, we're not going to church this thing. I regret to. We can't do it every time, ladies and gentlemen. But I will tell you that the Miami Heat followed the script yet again. Let's look great in the first half, then let's fall apart in the second half. There might be some other stuff in there. You might get some good performances from different people. But at the end of the day, they follow the script. And ladies and gentlemen, they did it again. I don't know why y'all disappointed. They're very consistent in what they do. Sometimes they throw a win in there to shock you, but this is what they do. They were talking about, we're not good enough, get out the first round in the play. This is a bad basketball team. It's badly constructed. They're not good on offense. They're not good on defense. They're small. They hit the script every game, and we get at the end of it, and we're surprised with the result. I'm not surprised anymore. This team can't fool me. You can throw a couple wins in there. I think everybody was in double figures except for Duncan Robinson, which is completely on brand. It's the script, bro. I don't get disappointed though, boy. This is what they do. So let's just hope they're bad enough to either get Wemby or let's make a move at the trade deadline to make us think we're good enough to compete in the playoffs. But I'm all for the tanking thing because it's ridiculous at this point.
It's something that we said earlier, but the Heat ain't gonna tank on purpose. They will never do that. But if they tank by accident, you know what I mean? By thinking that this team is good enough. Harry, you was about to say something?
Yeah, I mean, I think they really have to start thinking about hedging their bet a little bit. I've been saying this a bit more recently. Even if they want to make a move or two to try to improve the team, they should probably keep this 2023 pick. Because listen, here's the thing: they can make a move, and if I don't want to but if Bam gets injured, if Jimmy gets injured, they're beyond fucked. And at that point, if you gave away that pick to upgrade the roster and something like that happens, or Kyle gets hurt at a bad time again or so, or maybe that'd be, I don't know. But if something like that happens, you really it would be really bad to give up that pick right now, especially it's just a really deep draft. It would not be a terrible time to have a lottery pick. The Heat don't have a ton of money to spend on anyone next year. It would be nice if they can infuse talent that's not very expensive. and you kind of only do that with draft picks. I just think like the more I think about it, if you really want to make a move, I think you look later into the 2020s to move a pick. If I don't, and people might be interested because that could be past Jimmy, and they're thinking, oh, the Heat could struggle, but I'm not seeing the move that really puts them into contention. There's a lot of teams that are better, a lot of teams that are better than us, and you might see some more guys become available as more teams want to get into the Wemby and the Scoot Henderson sweepstakes, but they got to be careful because to give up this pick and then to end up in a similar spot as like 2 years ago when they just looked so bad in that first round would be horrendous.
Harry, I'm gonna stop you dead in your tracks because we're getting off topic, and that's a different show that you're talking right now. And I told y'all to make that show, so when y'all make that show, you can talk like that all you want to. We're gonna talk about the game. Thank you, Ralph Torres, for the $4.99 dono. He said y'all laughed at me last year when I said this team needs a Miles Turner. He dropped 37 and 12 tonight. You're going to beat your chest about 137-point game from Miles Turner. We'd be winning games with Miles Turner and getting further away from Wemby. How dare you? Thank you, Tylette Miller, for the $1.99 dono. He said, listen, we tanking. It is obvious. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I just think this team is bad. Like, it is what it is. Thank you, Corbs, for the $4.99 dono. He said, Duncan is the worst defensive player I've ever seen. He is literally playing defense on roller skates. Oh, yeah, he still misses wide-open jump shots. You don't want to get Harry riled up out here talking like that. Thank you, David Sasson, for the $5 dono. He said Duncan is Jimmy Neutron with the Lowe's constructor jump shot. Also, after all those bricks, we need the State Farm to fix our home court advantage. We don't have a home court advantage. Like, that's not a thing. Let's get into some of these individual performances, Brian. Let's talk about your guy Bam. Not enough.
Yeah, we say that a lot. Like I said, man, there are just days where he wakes up and he says, I am a role player. And for the record, he took 14 shots today, which is cool. It's about as much as Jimmy Butler. Like, that's fantastic, bro. Jimmy Butler also took 14 shots. Gabe Vincent took 13. Like, I feel like there are days, bro, you just got to step up. Like, even with Jimmy out, like, it's not like he was out there. And I'm not just saying, like, Bam put up crap shot after crap shot just to do it. But, like, I don't know, bro. That's why I call this man soft serve, because sometimes he's just kind of a pussy. He's just kind of a pussy. He comes out games, just kind of lackadaisical, whatever. Like, you have a speed advantage on Nurkic. Like, you get past him every single time, bro. Like, I don't even care if it's nights where you're 5 of 20. Just shoot the fucking ball. We harp on every other, like, all the other good things he does, and I get it. He's probably the best defender in the NBA. He's essentially responsible for, making sure that everybody else on the Heat eats. But, like, goddamn, bro. Goddamn. Like, sometimes get in the fucking post, see the smaller guy, call for the ball. Put your arms out. You got a, 7'9" wingspan or whatever. It's not that long. But, scream, give me the goddamn ball. I know you're trash in the post, but if you're, if you got a small on the seal, like, inside, that's still barbecue chicken every single play. Like, I don't know. I thought he was fine again, but it's like, you're an all-star. You said you want to be an all-star again. You said you want to be defensive player of the year. All this shit, you got to be better than fine. You got to be better than high-level role player Bam. You got to be all-star Bam. And those games are few and far between. This was not one of those games. I want to say Bam is better than fine, on at least 50% of your games.
I think fine is probably the best way to describe his game tonight. Like, it was fine, but if you have a better game, we can win. Like, especially with the rest of the team like this playing. LJ, I'm gonna kick it to you. Like, where were you on Bam tonight? Did you like the way he played? Or I don't know. Go ahead.
First half, I did. I thought he did a good job being aggressive through the flow naturally of the offense. He wasn't like trying to do too much. The offense was just kind of coming to him, and he was doing a good job. And then that second half, it just, like we said earlier, just kind of went to shit. He didn't look for anything. He was extremely passive again, but that's kind of just what you're going to get. Thinking any other way is kind of just going to get your feelings hurt. He's not going to do consistently what we want him to do. Late in the fourth quarter, he had Josh Hart wrapped around his ankles, and he didn't go up and dunk it. He got fouled. Like, yeah, okay, end result still the same, but when you see that dude on his ass at your feet, you want to go up and dunk it because no one's around you, not to go up soft and get fouled. But that's kind of just what he did. And yeah, what I'm looking at the box score now is like he had in 33 minutes, 14 shots is fine, but What does he have? 7 rebounds, I guess, or no? That's Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry out rebounded Bam tonight. That's a stat that I just looked at and found out. So that's news to me. That's great. That there's your answer on how Bam played. Kyle Lowry out rebounded him.
Yeah, but also like you got shit like when I think Jimmy hit him on like a little pocket pass and he went up for this layup and got his shit sent. Like if he had gone up strong, that was like an
Eubanks.
easy dunk. Yeah, like what the fuck?
A guy that can add to his resume that he blocked Bam Adebayo at the rim.
Listen, bro. Listen, like that shit was kind of like, it was crazy too, though, because it was like, damn, bro. Dunk the fucking ball, bro. Like but that's kind of to the point. Like it's like sometimes Bam thinks he's a guard and plays like one. Harrison, let's come to you, bro. Talk to me about Bam's game tonight.
I mean, I thought it was all right. It wasn't, it's hard for me to get too negative on him because he's doing so much out there, and we've seen what happens when he goes to the bench. In a lot of these games, the team kind of falls apart. But I think on nights like this, when you're missing Tyler's scoring punch, you probably do need a bit more from Bam. And I don't know. We can't keep hoping we're going to see something different that we haven't seen for a long time. It's been a long. He's a 6-year player. This is kind of who he is, and until we get someone who can really make his life easy on offense, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what we expect differently. I mean, I kind of agree with LJ. 8 for 14 is fine. I'm not really mad about his attempts, but you just want to see him be a bit more aggressive. He usually is going to have the advantage against any guy he goes against in the NBA. There just aren't too many guys that can, stop him. And it just seems like he gets stopped a lot more than he should sometimes. So you're just kind of sitting here like, man, why isn't this guy putting in a lot more points? Why aren't we making it as easy as possible on him? And that's kind of how I don't think he played bad. I wouldn't, obviously I think he has little to do with the loss itself, but we just need more out of him, especially on nights when you're missing guys.
Tyler Miller with the 199. Don't know. Honestly, love the Heat, but how about those fans? Don't care. I'm a Green Bay fan. TJ, Bam.
Like, it was cool. Like, he did stuff. He did the Bam thing. Like I said, they hit all the notes tonight. Everyone that you wanted to see. You wanted to see Bam not be aggressive and miss and smoke easy layups and get some putbacks here and there and get fed underneath the rim and Jimmy not look for him. You got everything you wanted to see tonight, so they did the thing. I mean, obviously you want him to step up when Tyler Herro is out. Tyler Herro is going to take the bulk of the shots, away from guys. So when you have a guy like that out who is so willing to shoot, you got to rely on your max players to shoot. And Jimmy obviously doesn't care about that during the regular season. So it's on Bam Adebayo. He lied to y'all again this year, said he was going to take more shots. Again, I'm not fooled, but I mean, he did the Bam thing again tonight. It's like it's not even surprising at this point.
It's not. It's really not. And I think that's the part that's becoming like a chore for people. Is like, I'm just tired, bro. I'm tired of like being lied to. I'm tired of like waiting for the time where I can get consistently like the guy that I want to see. And it's like where I am with Kyle Lowry. Like, I'll just take it when I see it. You know what I mean? Like tonight, Kyle Lowry was objectively very good for us. Like he was one of our better players. 15 points, 8 assists. He was very good. So let's talk about Kyle Lowry. We're gonna start with TJ this time and go the other way. Talk about what you saw from Kyle tonight.
Oh, he was good, especially early, making shots. Somebody group chat say he was carrying FD at 6 points. My God, but he was fine. He was grabbing rebounds. He was actually making positive plays offensively and defensively. He just talked too much for me. I mean, my goodness. The amount of minutes that this man logs talking to the officials is honestly disgusting. If I see this man's palms way too much. Why are your palms always in the air, Kyle Lowry? I just need you to hoop, bro. It's ridiculous. He always got something to say.
When he got that tech and he kept going,
I wanted him to get ejected.
Yes, bro. Toss his ass out the game,
please. My goodness.
Oh, that shit was pissing me off, bro. But it's Kyle Lowry, bro. You take what you take with him, bro. Thank you, James Poe, for the $5. Don't know. He said Bam and Jimmy don't work. This build is trash juice. Trade the vets.
Damn, James Poe.
Not-
Tell us how you really feel.
Not yet, bro. Let him get a Wemby first, and then we'll circle back around. Thank you, somebody, for the $5 dono. He says, so ready to blow this up. Trade away all the bad contracts. Hello, Westbrook. Start UD and Highsmith. Tell them to jack up threes. Get that number 1 pick. Somebody, you got a nasty agenda out here, my boy. Thank you, Alex Campbell, for the $4.99 dono. He said, we say Tyler takes shots away from Bam and Jimmy, but we see it's more they don't take them regardless. No, I mean, look, that's one of the things that I had against Tyler Herro starting is that he bails out people like Jimmy, Bam, and Kyle Lowry. Because Tyler Herro is so willing to shoot, a lot of those guys are willing to let him just take all the shots. But Kyle has to just complain about the fact that Tyler taking more of the shots. And I don't know. I don't really care for Kyle Lowry. I want to talk about Gabe Vincent. That's what I want to talk about. LJ, I'm going to talk to you about Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent hit his first 5 shots, right? He missed his next fucking 8. He ended the game with 5 shots made. Talk about Gabe Vincent's game tonight, bro.
I didn't count the misses in a row, but you're right. I mean, he started off hot, and then I think it all went downhill when he stole Kyle Lowry's suicide lob hit-ahead powers. Because Kyle didn't do it tonight. Gabe did. Gabe's the one that threw that shit up into the rafters. And that after I saw that, I knew I was like, all right, power's been transferred. Gabe's just not there anymore right now, and I have to live with that personally. But that's also when the offense kind of changed a little bit in the second half too, where Gabe was initiating, Gabe was being aggressive, and he was hitting shots. When shooters are doing their job, he's not just a shooter, you know what I mean? But it's like when shooters are doing their job and players are making shots, the offense just looks better. When Gabe is bricking everything and going a little out of control, trying to do too much, you get this second half. And overall, it sucks that they lost because it taints what really was his best game of the season, in my opinion. He was still a dog on defense. He was still doing his thing on defense. They had him kind of camped out, not exactly guarding Dame as much as I personally wanted him to. They kind of made Max do that in the fourth quarter for whatever God-knowing reason, where they were like, anytime there was a screen, they were so happy to just switch it. And this team does not switch. They can't switch like they did last year, and they keep trying to do it. And it sucks when, your calling card of last season, you could count on that. Now this year, it's a handicap, and that's tough on Spo to kind of, switch up a mentality like that from season to season. But it is what it is, and you can't be having Max switch on to Dame Lillard. You can't do it, and you need to have Gabe continue to do it because he kept Dame in check for Dame to be in check. He did that for the most part. So it was an on and off game for Gabe. I hope it projects him and it skyrockets him a little bit to be smarter on offense in the future, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's more of a hot and cold type of guy. I think you're muted.
You're muted, good sir.
Oh, yeah. I don't usually mute myself, but I was coughing and I didn't want to interrupt you while you were spitting. But, yeah, I think you're right, bro. Gabe has hot and cold games usually because sometimes he usually cooks for a whole game. This was one of the instances where he had hot and cold halves. Like, that second half was just brutal to watch. Like, he just kept trying it and it wasn't there. Harrison, since you lost internet, you lost your privileges to speak about Gabe. We're going to Brian. Brian, you talk about Gabe, bro.
I was gonna say that first half was really, really good from Gabe. Obviously the scoring is always going to be up and down, but man, that guy is active on defense. I thought it was his facilitating wasn't bad. He's got it to me in that like Mario Chalmers, Norris Cole build. They're kind of like all three of them are very, very similar players to me. But at the end of the day, you're only going to get so much from him. Like, not to be a dick, but he's an undrafted player. Like, those guys have a ceiling.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. Yeah. But, like, I don't know, man. It was a good Gabe game. I would have hoped that he could have continued, obviously his hot shooting into the second half. But I thought you got about as much as you could expect from Gabe. So I'm not like, despite the missing his next 8 shots, I'm not mad. Like, I thought he had a good game.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it ain't too much you can hate on Gabe. Like, he plays to his limitations. So you just gotta accept that and then move on. Thank you, somebody, for the $2 dono. He said Bam is really Bambi. He said he ain't fooling nobody. Listen, folks, I'll accept some Bam slander tonight. You know what I mean? Because I do agree that he could have done more. But one night only, guys. Back next game, y'all better keep that Bam shit to yourself because he does carry this team in multiple facets. Like, let's just be real. Excuse me. Who else can we talk about? Oh, let's talk about Dewayne Dedmon, TJ. He was solid. Like, I think playing with Jimmy Butler, Dewayne Dedmon's like optimal time to be on the court. Him and Jimmy just kind of get each other. I see I ain't moving you none on this topic, but go ahead and talk about Dewayne Dedmon, my brother.
You know how I feel about Dewayne Dedmon. Y'all seen the fast break. Dewayne Dedmon was running the floor with Jimmy Butler. And first of all, I've never seen him with such speed. Was moving like a gazelle, setting up for an alley-oop. And Jimmy Butler saw who was to his right and said, "Oh, no." And he hit stick. I don't even remember the gentleman that was in front of him. He hit stick that individual with the power of Zeus, overthrowing Dewayne Dedmon and alley-oop. And that should tell you everything you need to know about Dewayne Dedmon on this basketball team. That Jimmy Butler refused to give him the ball. I don't care if he was solid. I don't care. Dewayne Dedmon could drop 45 points and not miss one shot and could hit the game winner. And I would not be moved by anything Dewayne Dedmon related. Good for him. But the quicker that he is off the court, the better my life is. So shout out to Dewayne Dedmon, but the highlight of the night was him not getting the alley-oop on the fast break.
You got me fucked up out here about my boy Dewayne Dedmon, TJ, because Jimmy Butler missed out on an assist because Kyle Lowry damn so threw that lob and Dedmon would have got that hole. Dedmon would have got that hole one time. So fuck that. We gonna rag on this man when he's setting them illegal screens, running away from. He was a fast break situation where he ran smooth the fuck away from the ball. I don't know where. I didn't know where the boy was going, but he ran away from the ball. But bitch, them 10 points tonight, Dewayne Dedmon was cooking. And he gonna get some flowers on this motherfucker. Harrison, how did you feel about Dewayne Dedmon's play? And I'll cut your ass off too if you start slandering.
No, I thought he was fine tonight. I mean, he played as well as you could expect from Dewayne Dedmon. So, I mean, again, our expectations are low, but, he went out there, he made some baskets, and he wasn't awful, which is really all we're asking for right now. Like, just don't kill us in the non-ban minutes, and he didn't do that. But I was just looking at the box score before you went to me. Like, this is a tough game to lose, guys. We had seven guys in double figures.
The most all season, by the way.
Five guys with 15-plus points. It looks like we took 12 more shots than they did. We scored 7 more points off turnovers. Those are rough games to lose. Obviously, you talk about being up by 8 going into the fourth quarter.
Being up by 15 in the third.
Yeah, it's just like, I try not to, I don't get too upset game to game because we've come to expect it from this team. But, and man, you got a decent Dedmon game. You got all these guys scoring, and we still managed to let Josh Hart have a wide open one in the corner to sink it right in this. I don't know, guys. These are going to be tougher and tougher for me to watch because it's just like I don't know what to expect. And the problem is, you guys know I'm the trade guy, but like they have to do something, and I don't know what's gonna. I'm just sad.
How? Like it's like you're the trade guy, and it's like I know your brain is working overtime to do trades because I seen that whopper that you put on the timeline today. My God, man, that shit took hours to create.
No. You just figure out it's just math, and then does it make sense for the 5 or 6 teams involved? So that's
just make a trade that don't make no sense for nobody.
Yeah.
Fuck it. If the Heat win, we get the player that we want. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's how I work in my narrative. Trade stream is coming. Hey man, listen, bro. That's Alex. Oh, okay. So he in the basement. So don't be exposing the secret, but we cooking. We trying to work on something for y'all. I don't know what to talk. Go ahead, TJ.
Very briefly, they're in the comments talking about Dwight Howard joining the Miami Heat roster. Good God Almighty, ladies and gentlemen.
First of all, let that man go be great in Taiwan, okay?
Let him stay in Taiwan. The bar is in hell right now. If Russell Westbrook, Udonis Haslem, and Dwight Howard on the court at the same time, that is a nightmare for me. That is me at my worst. That is, please don't do that to me.
This is absolutely Kendall. I'm 100% sure that's Kendall right there. I'll talk about that 50% off. But no, bro, LJ, never mind. Hold on. Give me just 1 second. Thank you, Jason Adebayo, for the $4.99 dono. He said, I ain't even seen a fan base protect 18 point per game score the way y'all do, Bam. We've seen hella players win Defensive Player of the Year and average 25 points per game. Bam ain't doing nothing special. Enough with the excuses. Jason Adebayo, you can fight me, bro. That's all I can say, bro. Because first of all, Bam it's not about the amount of points per game Bam gets credited for, because those are only the points that he puts in the hole. How many points are Bam responsible for on a night in and night out basis, bro? That's the number that nobody can get to because it can't be quantified. You can't see it on the stat sheet. But all the screens, all the people that he's getting open with screens, the dribble handoffs, the playmaking. TJ, I saw you tweet this, that nobody's respecting playmaking, Bam being back, and that shit has been elite. His playmaking has been elite this year. So, you have to respect Bam's overall game, because that 25 point per game shit, that's just not happening. And the last time you seen a defensive player of the year score 25 points per game was probably in the 90s. Like, Rudy Gobert been winning defensive player of the years for the last 10 years, and that motherfucker don't average 20-nothing. LJ, I've completely run out of topics to talk about it since you're the other host here, and I usually don't have this luxury. I'm going to throw it to you, and you host the goddamn show for about 2 minutes.
2 minutes, bet. I want to talk about that comment about Bam, too. It's like, let's hang on now. Bam is being asked to do a lot. Especially on defense, like I said earlier, with all the switching, he is getting worn down on defense because he has to cover. When Jimmy's on the floor, it's only 3 people's asses he has to cover. When Jimmy's off the floor, he's got to cover all 4 asses that aren't his own on that floor, and it wears the poor man down. It's not fair, and to your point too about defensive player of the year averaging 25 a game. Tyson Chandler won defensive player of the year. How many points was he averaging in his defensive player of the year campaign? 125. Not on the New York Knicks. No, it wasn't. So no, I when I think of defensive player of the year, I don't exactly think 25 a game either, and that's just not Bam. But this year specifically, it's not fair to him. He's been fouling more on defense too, and that's again because they just don't have the bodies to play defense the way that they want to play defense. And does that change on December 15th when they can move contracts? I don't know if it should, because I do like the prospect of kind of tanking-ish, even though I don't think the Heat would actually do that. But if you want me to host, I mean, let me look through the topics. I had some things written down as well, and I wanted to talk. Let's see, Justin didn't get to talk about, or not just.
Got you. That man writing shit down. Look at him. Go ahead.
I got a little bit of notes going on.
What the fuck?
It's not that.
That look detailed.
It's not. My dislike. I just have a little thing for dislikes, and it's reverse, so you can't see it. But my dislikes.
I want to show you my my notes.
That's where I take some liberties, I'll say. But no, it's not very detailed, because for one of my notes for my dislikes, I have Dedmon equals geriatric fuck. So that's just one of my notes. It's not very detailed, but you know what it means.
Yeah.
And then in parentheses, it said makes me lose love for the game. So that's how I feel about Dewayne Dedmon, because on that one play where they kicked it to him, I think it was Gabe that passed it to him, and Dewayne Dedmon just straight up was like, "Hey, I'm just walking here." So that's basically all he was. So I guess I'll go through. It's like I always like to go a little bit more on positives. I know Harry also said it too. It was like, it does suck to lose a game like this where you have everybody minus Duncan Robinson score double figures. But it's like, I'll throw it to Brian real quick. Just say one nice thing. This is an easy thing to go to for a segment where you just dog walk the second half, and just say one nice thing for the people so they can at least have some sort of serendipity.
I got you. Former Miami Heat draft pick Justice Winslow was fantastic. He single-handedly brought the Trailblazers back. Man, that is a Swiss Army knife of a player. The Trailblazers got a really, really good guy. I hope he stays healthy and has a fantastic year. He's come back. Listen, I didn't think Justice
Winslow would be your starting 4 on this team.
Yeah, he would be. he played well. He played well. Shout out to Justice, man. That's a good player.
Justice been better. So yeah, no, I agree. And he had
Justin has never been better than Devin Booker. It's not a thing.
I just like to instigate a little bit.
You know what's crazy? Just as a side note, Justice looked way better as point Justice than standing in the corner shooting threes like Shane Battier. He was used. Listen, there was a lot of issues with Justice's game, blowing like point blank layups and all that shit, but I still to this day don't understand why he was used the way he was. But that's obviously
he couldn't be explored at point guard because we had Gogi, and like there was a loyalty to Goran Dragic that superseded Justice Winslow's development at the point guard position. So when Gogi came back from that injury, even after what you had seen from Justice, you were obligated to go back to Goran Dragic.
Gross, but
yeah, I agree. I agree. I would play Justice Winslow at point guard for the Miami Heat right now. He would be my starting one. Like, just being real. I think we didn't get a chance to go to Caleb Martin, so I thought to you, Harry. Caleb Martin, he was okay. He got a dunk.
I like Caleb. I don't ever like notice him doing anything. Listen, this is how I feel about him. They need a real four because his role is great off the bench when he comes in for Jimmy and he's a menace on defense and he's giving you the hustle. And the contract they signed him to is perfect. It's perfect. In terms of that's easy to move if they want to do it. It's fine for him and what he does. He just can't be your starting four. And it's just like I never thought he was gonna be the starting four. So when they announced the starting lineup, I was like, oh, we're doing this. Like this is. And it's nothing against him. He's just, again, there's just a lack of talent on this team, and it shows up every night in the worst way. I didn't know if you guys talked about it at all, but why do we have an 8-man rotation in Game 11? Like this ain't the playoffs. What are we doing? Like I understand that we have some injuries and it's not the deepest roster, but like. What are we doing? Like, you don't need to play 8 guys. It's November.
Well, the other guys that you had to play are Shameless, Highsmith.
Then
you know what? It might be 9 if they weren't burning a roster spot on.
Yeah, I mean that too.
But listen, he was out with personal reasons. Okay.
Yeah, but they listen. They can't. They can't do this to me. They can't tell me that they're competing and then they have 3 spots just like they're giving away money like it's a Make-A-Wish Foundation, okay? Like, they need to figure that out. And they can't keep doing this. And the problem is, listen, if they thought they had something in Haywood Highsmith, that's wonderful. Guess what? You have nothing. He is horrendous. He can't be on the roster. You have an out on his contract. Just get rid of him. Bring in someone on a 10-day contract. Do something. Show me you care. Otherwise, let's tank and let's embrace the tank. Let's do 1 year where we're just like, you know what? We stink and we miscalculated so bad. Let's just embrace it and because otherwise this is stupid. Haslem's not going to play whether he's there or has a personal day. Highsmith isn't good enough to play. Oladipo's his other knee is cooked, absolutely cooked. It doesn't work. Yurt injured his ankle 2 months ago. I mean, what happened to him? Did he have some injury abroad that they're not telling us about? Like, how
he played all preseason.
How are you out with an ankle injury for 2 months? Like, what's wrong with you? Get out there and do something. And then I'm trying to go down the list. Like, 8 guys. It's November. It's November 7th. Play some other guys. And if we don't have them, bring in some other guys. You also have 2-way guys. Put them out there. Like, just do anything. Because to play an 8-man rotation in November – as if this was some like big playoff game this is insane. And these guys get tired that people are yelling about Jimmy coming in too late guys that can play for 4 minutes and get them out there. And we shouldn't have to depend on Dewayne Dedmon minutes at all because Dwayne's 4 years past not whatever's after your prime. I don't know what comes. He's 4 years past that point of expiration. So it's just we got to figure this out, and we got to figure out what to do because this is not funny, and it's just like,
oh yes, it is.
Well, I'm just saying, like, don't tell me we're competing and we're there and we're so far away from competing. Just Just throw guys out there, let them play. Where's Jovic and his broken nose? I know his nose got into the scrimmage or something. He shouldn't have been in there, and he broke it or something. But get him out there anyway. At least if we lose and he gains a little bit of experience, I can say, you know what, we lost, but he looked decent in his 10 minutes. Otherwise, like, what are we doing, man? I can't do it. I'm tired.
Listen, I asked the man Harrison about Caleb Martin, and that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I love him. He gonna answer whatever question he hears, not the one that I fucking asked. But he did start off talking about Caleb Martin and the role that he should be in, bro. Like, he should not be your primary option, bro. He should be insurance for Jimmy Butler, like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, which is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure, where you at, Justin? You late. But listen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you give our guy James Poe a call or send him an email at jpoe@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Thank you, James Poe, and the people over at Simple Health Advisors for sponsoring the basement and everything that you do for this network. We're going to take that down now. That boy Justin that left me in here solo to go ahead and produce this bitch. What else we was finna talk about? It's 45 minutes. I don't know. Brian, what you want to talk about, bro? Wait, before you do that, let me read this comment. Want to thank the girl Jessica Landsberg, Basement Dog. What's happening? We here. Thank you for the $10 dono. He said, I'm back on my John Collins agenda. Oh, that's not a bad agenda, depending on what it's gonna take to get him. As long as we ain't got to give up that first, because I think I like Harry's plan. Thank you, Jason Adebayo, for the $9.99. Don't know. He said it's okay to say Bam isn't on that level, so there's only so much we can expect. But don't give me that BS about we shouldn't expect more. Most top players in the league do a shit ton for their team. I'm saying that you shouldn't expect more from Bam with this current roster. I'm saying if you give him a roster that allows him to do more, then you can expect more. But for right now, this is what the fuck you're going to get. Don't get your ass on here telling me what I should do, Jason Adebayo. You know how this works.
Amen.
Don't finger wag me. Oh, the boy Kendall has joined the team.
You already know who it is. Checking in.
Boy? What's happening, G? Just go ahead and give me your overall thoughts on anything that happened tonight.
Hey man, Josh Hart made 1 3-pointer tonight. That's all I can say. But I want to get my man Royal's take. I'll take over for a little bit. ISO. Only Royal. Harry alluded to the fact that, multiple guys scored over 15. Eric Reed pointed out the fact that ball was moving and grooving
several times.
What are your thoughts on how the offense looked without one man in particular, Tyler Herro?
The white Kobe? Oh, how dare we slander him? How dare we? Because that bitch don't move the ball. Everybody on this team can score. We had the best fucking offensive performance of the season by everybody on the goddamn roster when this motherfucker's not in the game. Put him on the bench so that he can ISO his ass to sleep on the bench. I've been trying to tell y'all asses. Tyler Herro is good for one thing and one thing only: chucking up fucking shots. And if you want him to do that, do it off the bench. It's going to maximize the rest of the team. But no, motherfuckers want to tell me about how he made a goddamn game-winning 3 that he traveled on. Or you want to tell me about him scoring 30-plus points one time every fucking 6 weeks. I don't give a fuck about what Tyler Herro's production is on a night-in and night-out basis, bro. Where he's most impactful is off the bench. We saw that last year, and we saw it tonight, where this team is more capable offensively without him. We put up 107 points without our supposed best offensive player. And that's because everybody was touching the goddamn ball. Kyle Lowry alluded to it. Motherfucker Spo alluded to it. The only people who don't seem to see it is the damn fan base. Well, I'm here to tell you, Tyler Herro deserves to be on the bench, not as a starter. He's not a starter for this roster, bro. He can't be, because nobody else can get in the rock, bro. Nobody. Eric Reed made me swell with pride tonight. Talk about that ball movement. My little cojones was getting rock solid hearing him talk about that ball movement.
Yeah, I was about to ask what you meant by that.
I knew exactly what he was saying when he was saying that. He was saying, kick that bitch Tyler Herro off the court with the starters. That's what he said. I heard you, Eric Reed. I feel you. You spitting. Don DeMarco. Fuck is you talking about? Did that answer your question, the boy there?
Yeah. You answered my question.
Okay. I want to make sure that I did that.
Management tone, my brother. We obviously had somebody who was out with a personal day, the old freak bull Patch himself. Can you give us an update on how many PTO hours he has remaining on this final year of his contract? If you can please just go through the record so we can.
Give me 1 second. I gotta go through his file. Okay. Apparently, he has a lifetime built-in contract, so like he can take off any day he damn well pleases.
So that nigga living.
So he can just do what he comes and goes as he pleases. He even though he don't play. Oh, and the hose is in here. The hose that came out for Patch. The hose that came out for Patch.
Yes, sir. We know what he up to.
His PTO got PTO. Yeah, he just clocks in and clocks out whenever he decides to. So he decided he wanted to put in vacation hours on a day where he wasn't even supposed to work. So shout out to UD. Shout out to UD. We'll see you when you get back, big dog. Whenever you decide to.
The boy Kendall just came in here to start some shit and rile people up in the damn stream.
I'm just temperature checking things.
I hear you.
Harrison, if you can give me in 30 words or less how you feel about Duncan Robinson, please do so. 30 words or less.
He's just a gigantic waste of space. He's Jimmy Neutron's friend, and he does nothing for this team. The moment we get rid of him will be the best day of my life. And that'll be the best day.
He used 28.
I'm efficient.
He made sure to get them last two in there so he can hit 30 on the head. Got to thank Alex Campbell for the $4.99. Don't know. He said actually they had better offense against Portland with him. Shut the fuck up. Not in my narrative, they didn't.
Now, Brian, you have a soft meter that you can break down a certain two-way player on our team. If you had to describe how soft Bam is every 3 games, how would you describe it?
Every 3 games? Dude, we've had like 50%. I mean, every other game, softer than baby shit, soft serve. Listen, I have never seen a mattress in my life that Bam Adebayo is harder than. Like, this man is. How are you 6'9"? Muscles on your ears. Like, this man is terrifying. You walk around like, God damn, that man is like built out of bricks. You touch him, your finger goes all the way through. He's like gelatin. It's crazy. Man. I love Bam too. I really do. But my God.
Bam muscles like them Halloween costumes where they just look big, but you press them shit.
Yeah, that's like, oh, I can, like it's crazy.
What is that? Cotton? What is
it? All right, man. Hey, my man LJ, I don't know you. Nice to meet you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? This is the first stream I seen you on. You're doing some great things. You were spitting earlier. Can you tell me who your top op is?
It depends on the day.
Hey, I fuck with this man right here. You good, my boy. Nothing else. Nothing else.
Yo,
happy to help.
The boy Kendall just came here. Kendall, I see the potential, my boy. I even let you hold down that middle spot for a little while, but
I was wondering how long you was gonna let me go.
Don't worry, it's over. You got to get out of there, bro. You got to move. Yeah. So thank you for my boy Kendall coming in here and filling up some minutes for me because that shit was getting rough. So we're gonna talk about the next game. We got the Charlotte Hornets, and goddamn it, now we done lost to some bad teams. But fucking Charlotte is a barometer to see how bad your team really is. Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about seeing this matchup here. No. Malik Monk not over there. Thank the Lord. Malik Monk is on Sacramento. Let's start with Harrison this time. Harrison, the boy feeling good?
I mean, to be fair, we're only 1 game ahead of the Hornets, so
So this is a marquee matchup.
I think we play them back to back, right? So I mean, it should be 2 games where you can get right.
Yeah, it should be. I was thinking the same thing, Harrison. Yeah, that's a wrap for that. We're gonna go ahead and let my boy Harrison slide on to the back. That shit over with.
That boy said.
I want to thank Alex Campbell for the $199. He said, if only Bam had Dedmon's confidence. Bro, that shit.
That boy would be a Hall of Famer.
Easily. LJ, the boy feeling good?
I mean, I'm ready to watch a PJ Washington masterclass. That's where I'm at. And he's going to be auditioning for the Heat. So he's going to be giving us some good shit. So I'm excited for different reasons, but I feel good that I'm going to be watching some entertaining stuff, whether or not the Heat win. But yeah, no, to be honest though, if they lose, you do have some serious self-searching to do.
LJ, you know what type of emotions I'd be going through if we got cooked by Jeremy Grant and PJ Washington in back-to-back games?
Not great.
I would feel lovely. I would feel
we're getting
vindicated. I'll feel, well, of course that, but I would feel vindicated because I wanted either one of them last year. Like I wanted to trade Duncan for their ass at any point last year. Like, so if we get cooked in back-to-back games by those two guys, it justifies my basketball IQ, which I don't need anymore because I'm a genius and I'm never wrong. Brian, the boy feeling good?
I'm feeling great about Terry Rozier dropping 50 on the Miami Heat on Thursday. But whether or not they win, I don't know. Probably. Sure. I feel good about it. I'll be positive. One time.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
New trend.
You can smile and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. I feel horrible about this fucking game, bro. You're gonna that's an L. That's a goddamn L.
Thank you, JK the Smooth, for the $2 dono. He said Kendall came in and facilitated better than Tyler. Listen, first of all, don't you dare compare Tyler to Kendall, bro. Kendall is actually valuable and contributes to winning on this team. Go ahead, TJ. The boy feeling good?
You know, it's going to be very difficult to lose to the Charlotte Hornets. But God damn it, we got to find a way. So I'm feeling good about this game. Charlotte by 15. I'm getting word that Terry Rozier currently has 29 points on Tyler Herro's head, whether he plays or not. The boys feeling lovely about this game. I can't wait. Hoping for a loss. I said we were going to lose this game. We did, thankfully. Hopefully we can lose 3 straight. So I'm looking forward to these 2 games against the Charlotte Hornets.
Harrison, the boy feeling good about Charlotte? We didn't get any of your take last time.
None of it?
No.
Sorry. This is crazy. My internet only goes out when I'm doing streams. It works for everything else, podcasts, whatever. The stream, it never.
You probably need to get the higher megabits per second. You know, when you only get 50, you can't.
No, I'm paying for a lot. I have to go yell at the cable company after, or the internet. What I basically said was the Hornets are only. I think they're only 1 game behind us, so we're not doing that great. And we play them. We're going to play them back to back. We'll probably get one of them. I mean, we should sweep them, but I don't expect anything with this team anymore because even when they play well like tonight, they'll find a way to probably blow it. So just give me one and we can have a discussion at the end of the week.
No guts. The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? LaMelo Ball is not playing. That's all I needed to hear.
Random scrub heat killer, man. That scares me even more.
Dennis
We not having
gonna go off.
But speaking of the random scrub heat killers, you guys should join us.
Wait, no. I was gonna let LJ do it this time, but that was I like what you did. I like what you did, but it's his first time here, so he got to get this spotlight. LJ, as the host of the pod, we have done this to Harry multiple times, and my boy has delivered. So as the host of the pod, you have a high bar to live up to. Plug the pod.
If you guys like just listening to a couple guys shoot the shit and still go off on some pretty good details and hear Harry go off on Duncan Robinson bi-weekly, then I think you're going to have a really good time tuning into the show. We record Tuesday nights. Episodes are usually up Tuesday night as well, if not Wednesday morning. So be sure to tune in. This week, we actually have a really, really fun limited time segment coming up where we talk about our favorite LeBron James lies. So that's a little sneak preview for tomorrow's recording episode. Hope you guys tune in to listen to us, to the Random Scrub Heat podcast. We hope you listen.
That's solid. That's solid. Harry's better. I just want to put that out there because Harry don't know where the fuck he finna go from sentence to sentence when he plug in that pod. Don't know who on the pod. just be up here saying words until you get them out. Yeah, but back to my soliloquy before I was rudely interrupted for a good reason by Harrison. The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? I got that out the way. LaMelo Ball not playing. Kelly Oubre Jr. is their leading scorer. So we'll take that. And I have no idea who their big men are. So Bam should be eating. But we all know when Bam should be eating, what he does. Anyway, I'm going to pick him to win in the blowout.
When Bam should be eating, Kyle Lowry is.
Kyle Lowry eating when everybody else should be eating. It don't matter. Kyle Lowry always eating, period. He taking food off of everybody's plate. Anyway, thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guy, Hot Take Harrison, LJ on his maiden voyage on the post-game streams. Good job tonight, brother. And of course, 3 members of the Cain gang, my boy Brian, my boy TJ, and the boy Kendall for popping in and helping me out. We'll see y'all ass next time, bro. Wait, where's Justin? Justin.
You Justin right now, bro. Play the video, Royal.
No, Justin. Justin, come play the video, bro. I'm looking for the video to play, bro. I just don't.
Oh, damn. My fault. Go ahead.
Yeah,
No, beat that.
play the video, me.
Yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul. But when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement. Going down in the basement. Get your takes off.
Nope, we ain't ended the show yet. My bad. I forgot that Justin's not here.
That's crazy.
Bye, y'all. Wait. In the stream. Oh, shit.